Hi, everyone. Welcome to our wealthmanagement.com Fast Chat. I'm David Armstrong, the editor of wealthmanagement.com. Today, we're talking about the benefits of the team-based practice. I'm thrilled to be joined by the team from Bibler, Finney, Panfil Private Wealth Management of Wells Fargo Advisors. I'm going to let each of them introduce themselves and tell us a bit about their practice and their role there on the team.
Hi, Vince Finney. We're Columbus-based financial advisory practice with Wells Fargo Advisors. My primary role is a financial advisor on the team, specializing in investment management.
Ryan Bibler, Managing Director, Financial Advisor, and my primary role on our team is strategic planning.
Joe Panfil, Managing Director, Financial Advisor. I'm a certified financial planner.
When did you all join Wells Fargo, and what attracted you to the Wells Fargo platform? When did you decide to move your team there, and why?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So we've been with Wells since November of 2018. Like Joe mentioned, we've been partners and working together for over 15 years. Ryan and I started our group back in 2004, working at another wirehouse. Joe joined us shortly after in 2007, built up a very nice business, and for a number of different factors, weren't really comfortable with the current wirehouse that we were with. They wanted to take a little bit more control over the client relationship. So hired a consultant and spent about 18 months going through the process of looking at, going to an RIA platform, going to independent broker, looked at other wirehouses, looked at startup businesses. And what we found was there really was nothing that quite had everything we were looking at like Wells Fargo Advisors. We did a home office visit and really just kind of fell in love with the firm, giving you the ability to kind of brand yourself as your own firm, having the backing of a huge organization, successful organization like Wells Fargo. We've added almost $200 million in new client assets. So the planning platform that Joe utilizes on a daily basis, Ryan being the figurehead of the group and really accelerating that growth has really, it's been a fantastic move for us. The support, I know Joe and Ryan can
mention, we were all over the country meeting with different firms and different types of firms. And at the end of the day, we've always treated our practice as a business. So we know if we do the right thing for the client, everything else really falls into place. And that's why with Wells Fargo, it started from when we did the in-person meeting at their headquarters. And every promise they made to us came true, which is very rare to see through a pretty hectic transition. I think it was the only firm that we felt comfortable could supply us with the staffing that we needed to move our practice. I mean, we have a relatively large practice, a lot of moving parts, a lot of clients. And as soon as we walked in the door, we had, I want to say it was 13.
I was going to say 12 to 15 people.
Yeah, dedicated to us. They would get there before we walked in the door. They wouldn't leave until after we left. And we were working long days. So these people helped us with that entire process. And I think they were with us for
6 months.
7 months.
Yeah.
So right out of the gates, we knew we had chosen the right firm.
Us being able to brand our business with our own name, our own logo. We've worked with marketing firms to create our own website, our own custom brochures, advertisements, cards, folders, you name it. And we're able to present the business the way that it's run. It's our business with backing of Wells Fargo Advisors. And that's really resonated with clients.
Yes.
Clients have really rallied around that concept, and it's really helped us grow.
Absolutely.
To your point.
Yes.
So the independence of the firm, the multi-affiliation model, being in the broker protocol, all these things are important. I don't want to say this was the case at your last place, your last wirehouse, but you've talked to a lot of places where you could potentially have landed. And I understand that's not all firms really allow the opportunity for advisors to work as a team. Can you talk a little bit about the benefits of serving clients as a team, that team-based approach?
Yeah, I think sitting down and thinking about hiring a financial advisor, I would want one that I know could see me through to the next generation. And so when we thought about building a team, we wanted to make sure that not only, would we build a sustainable team for ourselves, but also for our clients going forward. And I think that's very comforting when clients look at us today and hire us today. A lot of their advisors might be in their late 60s, even early 70s, still working. And with us having kind of a multi-generational team, we've had advisors that were older that worked in our practice that have since retired. And their clients are so happy that, they look at their advisor and making a good decision that their advisor took the time to set up a team and have a transition in place, much like a client sets up for retirement. They want to make sure they're going to have enough assets to last throughout retirement. we've kind of done that with our business where the clients know that we're going to be around for the next 10, 20 plus years and have plans in place if something were to happen to us today, that they're going to be taken care of. So I think it's really comforting for a client to know that they have a team in place that's going to be able to see them through.
And we're all interchangeable. We all know each other's clients. If Vince is out of the office and we get a phone call and they ask for Vince, Vince isn't here, but what can I do to help you? There's always support available. I can't imagine being in this business and not being on a team. We started out, went through, our rookie year straight out of college. All three of us were hired right out of school. We went through the advisory training program as a solo practitioner. And we looked around at the landscape and said, well, every really successful practice is a team structure. So we knew right away that Vince had qualities that I didn't have, and I had qualities that he didn't have. But together, it just created a significantly better experience for the client.
To your point, John, we have the exact same titles across the board, but the three of us couldn't be any more different. We couldn't be any more unique. But if the three of us and then our associates as well all have our own unique talents or skill set, makes for a pretty good client experience rather than us specializing all in the same niche.
Makes a lot of sense. Could you talk a little bit about how Wells Fargo supports the team structure that you've built there? What kind of additional resources or support does Wells Fargo provide for a team-based, ensemble-based practice?
You want to jump on this one?
Yeah, sure. So you mentioned it earlier, Vince. If you have the ability to visit the home office in St. Louis, we would highly recommend it. We made a lot of connections there that gave us a lot of confidence, not just for our transition, but a lot of connections that are still very helpful to us to this day, right? We were able to build out a Rolodex in a very meaningful way. Everything from who do we call with financial planning or tax guidance or estate questions. And that's stuff that we're using more so now versus, early on, it was just transition team. Management is very accessible as well, all the way up through the top of the company. We're able to put out a call to anybody we need in order to get something moving.
And there are multiple, Joe was starting to hit on this, there are multiple coaching opportunities as well. There are some teams that run like a finely oiled machine and don't need additional coaching, but there are other teams that might be thinking about forming teams or having issues internally. Wells has a bunch of different coaching programs that are available to you, whether you're a team of 3 or a team of 15. They can kind of tailor the curriculum to whatever you're looking to accomplish as a team.
Sounds like that flexibility and that customization of support is important to you all. Have you participated in the Summit program? And if you have, can you tell us a little bit about what that is? What is the Summit program?
With a few folks that we've been looking to potentially partner with and help them transition into retirement, it's really a win-win-win. So Wells obviously compensates the retiring advisor for their life's work. They've worked all this time, built up a nice clientele, built up a nice practice. They should be able to make some money when they do retire from that practice and that life's work. So that's a win. The receiving advisor also receives compensation for all the time and effort they're going to put in, because we can't tell you the amount of hours that we've spent with the advisors helping them, because you're taking on a whole new business, which comes with usually hundreds of new clients. You have to develop and form relationships with them, which takes a lot of time. And then the firm wins because hopefully if you've done a good job transitioning those clients to the next generation, the next advisor, then the clients are going to feel comfortable. They're going to stay. So I really think when you look at all the different programs that are out there, whether it's Summit or another program, I think Summit is one where it rewards all three people that are involved in the transaction. And if Summit doesn't quite fit your practice or what both people are looking for, there is ability to do customization, which is huge. A lot of firms are very rigid in their retirement structures. It's that or the highway. Wells is not. They give you some flexibility. So I really like that we have a structured program, but also some flexibility.
Any suggestions about how advisors out there who might be looking for a home can learn more about teaming opportunities at Wells Fargo?
Yeah, there are a couple upcoming due diligence visits that are going to be at the home office, maybe a few other locations that are still working on kind of clarifying all those details. But as we've hit on a couple of times, that for us really sold us. So we did a lot of home office visits throughout our decision to come to Wells. But I think the ultimate trip to St. Louis, meeting the people, seeing the culture. I mean, culture is a word that's used a lot in every industry, but you really don't know until you actually meet those people, shake their hands.
But more importantly, it was very realistic. It was a very realistic look at how the firm operates, their philosophy on things that are important to us, like financial planning, like financial advisors serving as the portfolio manager, different systems in place. DOL was big when we were doing our search. Now it's Reg BI. I mean, they've really put a lot of thought into making sure that all boxes are checked for clients. And again, it gave us a lot of confidence, not just for our transition, but also for running our practice here for many years to come.
Well, guys, this has been great. Fantastic introduction to your team. Fantastic introduction to Wells Fargo Advisors. Thanks very much for joining us. Ryan Bibler, Vincent Finney, Joseph Panfill. Thanks a lot, you guys.